let's talk a little bit about code. And I'm very deep into the code right now. I am writing a book called the Energy Storage NEC book, Mastering Code with Comedy. And it's so fun. It's like reading a comic book. But let's get serious here now. What do you use for determining the maximum voltage of an energy storage system? That's in the National Electrical Code under energy storage systems is Article 706 until they change it in the 2029 NEC. And so, what do we call the maximum voltage? Maximum voltage is not the most voltage you could ever have. It is the voltage that we use for wire sizing. I think that gets a little bit confusing about what is maximum voltage. There's voltages that are higher than maximum voltage, but the maximum voltage is what you use for sizing your wires. And so it would be the energy storage system input and output voltage that's on the nameplate or the system listing. So you find that in the instructions, it would be the maximum voltage. And so let's even think about what kind of voltage would be a little bit higher than maximum voltage. Here's something that's kind of interesting for you is that plug in your wall. So most energy storage system outputs are actually alternating current. There are some UL listed 9540 energy storage systems that are DC. For a while there, they were all AC output. And let's just, for an example, we'll say 120 volts, even though most of them are 240 volts, but people are just more familiar with that because it comes out of the wall. And I just have this number right on the top of my head. And so the 120 volt system is going to go up to 170 volts because it's a sine wave. And that sine wave goes up and down and up and down. And that 120 volts is the average voltage from zero. They call it RMS, root mean squared. But if you take something and you square it, you take the square root of it, it makes negative numbers positive numbers. And that's why they do RMS. Because if you just took alternating current and you took the average of it, half the time it's above zero, half the time it's below zero, it averages out to zero. And then you would just say, oh, my voltage is zero. And it's not, just that alternating current has an average voltage of zero. And that's why we say RMS, but it's also the average voltage away from zero. So it peaks out when it goes to the top of that peak of the sine wave that's made from rotating machinery or from our very smart inverters that can duplicate a sine wave. And you have this higher voltage that it peaks out on. And we don't really worry too much about that, but that's kind of interesting. It's just another way that the voltage could get higher. And another way that voltage gets higher is from cold temperatures on your PV. So if you look at open circuit voltage on the nameplate of your PV module, so like the label on the back of the module or the data sheet, it says VOC, that's your open circuit voltage. If you live in a really cold place, your voltage is going to get higher than that. So just some things to take into consideration. Other things that you have is with an energy storage system or just like a storage battery and an inverter, if the voltage has a range and it's going from a battery to an inverter, that lower voltage determines a higher current because voltage times current is power. So voltage is lower, current has to be higher. So it says in the code even that when the voltage is lower, that determines the higher current for your conductor for wire sizing. Sometimes your current is higher too than just what's your rated current. And your rated current is just going to be your continuous current, something that goes for 3 hours or more. But a lot of times when you have off grid capabilities, you have these abilities to surge current. And sometimes your surge current will be double of the continuous current. And it might just be for a second. And you don't size your wires based on these short currents that only last for a second because wire sizing is all about heat and generating heat. And when a conductor has a certain amount of current going through it, it starts to heat up, but it takes a while to heat up. So there you go. Maximum voltage of an energy storage system is just going to be the output and input voltages on the nameplate of the ESS, the energy storage system. Woo!